Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to my video on how you can make your own custom thumbnail using nothing but your iPhone. If you liked the video, just make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, let's get started. So for starters, I personally use two apps. I use Photon, that's the one in the center left, and I use MagicEraser on the top right. You don't have to use MagicEraser. Keep in mind, you do have to pay. It's $10 for a year subscription, which I believe pays itself. But with MagicEraser, you're able to customize your thumbnail a lot more. Actually, way more. I would really recommend that you guys get it. But for now, let's just focus on Photon. So you want to download it. So Photon is completely free. That's the great thing about it. Now, when you first open up the app, it's gonna look just like this. What I want you to do is I want you to click on the camera in the very bottom center, and we're gonna go to plain images. We're gonna click on that. Now we're gonna hit the plain white square. Okay. Now this is gonna act like your template. So this will be almost like the background. So if you want to change the color, let's say for example I wanted a blue background, I'll click on that. Actually, that's more blue. Okay, and now we just hit apply. Now we're gonna go to if you can see the numbers where it says 2040 times 2040, we're gonna want to change that because that actually is not the correct size for a thumbnail. So we're gonna click on that and we're gonna hit customs. Okay, now we're gonna choose the correct size. So on the top, I want you to put 1920, and on the bottom, I want you to put 1080. Okay, so now this is the correct size for a thumbnail. Keep in mind, whatever you add in this rectangle will be included in your thumbnail. Okay, so now that we have the dimensions correct, we chose background. Now we're gonna hit the top right and we're gonna hit use and save. Okay, now we can add an image. Let's say the kind of picture that we want for our thumbnail. So in my case, let's say I wanted to do a Call of Duty theme, or it's just a video game. You would go to the bottom left and the little three lines, you're gonna click on that. And it gives you different options. It says add an item, add image, change theme. The only ones that I personally use are mostly just add items or add image. So if you click on add items, it just gives you little items here and there. Nothing really that crazy, but if we go to what you want to do is you want to go to add image and you're going to select the picture that you want as your thumbnail. Okay guys, so once you click on the picture that you want to use, it's going to appear right at your top left in your template. So you're going to want to drag it to a center. We're going to hit size, and one thing that you can do is you could leave it like that, and what will happen is it'll have a border around your thumbnail. But usually what I tend to do is I'll actually just cover the whole template, and you want to cover it as much as you can. If you're using your finger, you're gonna realize that it can be a little bit of a pain to get it perfectly. So what you can do is you can click on the picture and it'll give you different options: size, tilt, move, alpha, blend, and remove. So we're gonna hit move, and we can actually move the image around a lot easier. Okay, and it looks like I can make it a little bit bigger, so I'll just hit the plus sign. I'll tap it a few times, and there we go. So I could actually just leave it as it is right now, and it would be about the perfect size for the thumbnail. And like I said, whatever shows on the picture and whatever shows on this little rectangle will be what is shown as your thumbnail. Let's say I want to add a few words, so I can just click anywhere outside of the image and I'm able to add text. So let's say game, for example. I can just hit game and I can hit done and it will appear right here. But notice how it's a different color, so we can actually just click on game and we can go to style and we're actually able to choose whatever font we want, or sorry, not font, whatever color we want. So let's say I want it red. Okay, oh, it's a different color red, but it'll work. Okay, let's say I want to change the font. So I go to font and I'm able to change the style of the font. Oh, sorry. Let's go to font. In this case, you can choose whatever font you want. There's a ton of options. And that's basically it. That's how you can make your custom thumbnail. If you did want to customize it a lot more, that's where the MagicEraser comes in handy. Let's say, for example, I wanted to add something that I would sort of have to Photoshop. And for example, like each one of these individual little soldiers that you see there from the game, they were actually, they actually had a whole different background, and I just took off the background so I could use them in this picture. Here, let me show you how you can use that. So we don't want to exit out, but we just want to sort of swap it out, and now we're going to go to MagicEraser. Keep in mind, you could have just finished with this. You could have just left it how it was and it would be fine. You would just hit at the bottom right, go to save image, and as soon as you save image, it would save it as it is. But let's say I wanted to add something to the picture. I go to MagicEraser. I would go to photo and I will choose the photo that I want to, or choose the image that I want to add to it. Okay guys, welcome back. So in this case, for whatever reason, I decided to choose this picture. Remember, it could have been anything. This is just a random picture that I just chose. Okay, so after you choose the picture, at the bottom where it says tolerance, you have tolerance, you have erase, and you have restore. So mostly we're going to use erase, and as soon as you hit erase, when you click and you start moving it, you can actually erase. So whatever you erase will be taken out from the picture, and it will only leave whatever you want that's left. So you could take your time. You could pinch it and maximize it a really good amount if you wanted to get super close, and if you wanted to do detail, that's always an option. Or a quicker way is if you click on the little wand with the stars at the bottom. As soon as you click, you can actually choose a color that's right in the center, and it'll remove that color. So let's say I chose that. Oh, that didn't work too well. Now let's say you did something like this. You can actually go to the top, the little circle with a little arrow, and that restores it. So I guess the color is pretty close to the color of my dog, so it wouldn't really work. Let's see if we can do it over here. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have to do this by hand, guys. So I'm gonna do this roughly, nothing crazy. This is just to show you guys. Here, let me actually, you can even if you move the little bars at the bottom, you can control the size. So let's use that. Once again, guys, it's just a rough draft. You can clean it up, you can change it up. This is just to give you guys an idea. something like that. So let's say I accidentally erased the ear over here, so I could actually go to restore, and I have to make sure to minimize the little circle so I don't restore too much, and I can actually restore back. And if you wanted to add detail, you could easily erase all the little bits and it would be pretty accurate. But let's say I wanted to just keep it this way. Next thing I'm gonna want to do is I'll go to my top right, the little box with the arrow, and I'll save it. Now it'll give you this option right here. So you want to make sure you click on HEIF, transparent background. And you also want to make sure that the use HEFI is on. What you're going to do is you're going to click on it, and you're always going to hit high resolution, and it's saved. Now we can actually just lift. We can go back to Photon, and we'll click on the three little lines. We're going to go to add image. We're going to click on the dog. We're going to hit done. And there you go. Now your dog is added. Now we could place it wherever we wanted to. But yeah guys, I can just move it around. I can place it somewhere. Now guys, I can't go into much more detail, but I just wanted to make something really quick and easy that you guys can just play around with. If you found this video helpful, then make sure to like and subscribe. And I will make another video just going into more detail and more depth of each app. But like I said, this is just something quick and simple. I hope this helps. Take care, guys.